Good evening, readers, and welcome back to this Friday's episode of Question and Answers. I am very happy to bring you this 20th episode of the Question and Answer, and this is only possible because of your cooperation and because of your sending a lot of questions on our social media platform. So I request you keep sending it, and I am looking forward to answer more and more questions in the upcoming episodes. So let's begin today's episode by taking the first question. The first question is from Savio. He is from Goa. He is asking, I want to know more about tilt shift lenses and what is the use of it. Well, Savio, as the name suggests, I can very broadly give you two functions or the operation of these two lenses. First part is the tilt. So the tilt part is you can have the image sensor in this plane and the lens is mounted, so the photo image is also parallel to the sensor. When you tilt the lens, the sensor plane will remain the same, but the image plane will be either in the lower direction where you move the tilt the lens, or it will be in the upper direction where you tilt the lens upwards or downwards. It is a relation between the image sensor and the photo plane. So moving on to the second function of the lens is the shift. First of all, you need to understand all these lenses, tilt shift lenses, form a bigger image circle than normal lens. So if you are having a 28 mm normal lens and 28 mm tilt shift lens, 28 mm tilt shift lens will form a larger image circle on the sensor, so the image will be falling all over the sensor plus outside its periphery. But in case of normal 28 mm, the image circle will be hardly covering the main image sensor. Very few of the image will be falling outside the image sensor in case of the normal lens. So what is shift? So if this is a sensor plane and this is a photo plane, the image plane I am talking about, you can shift the lens down or you can shift the lens up depending on what you want to photograph. So with this tilt and shift, what effects you can achieve? You can achieve basically three main goals. The three main goals are you can selectively focus on the tabletop or in the while shooting interiors. The second thing is you can increase the depth of field at a given aperture. So if you are shooting with a 90 mm lens, which is a tilt shift lens, and if you are shooting at f4, you can increase the depth of field when you are using the tilt shift lens. So the depth of field of the 90 mm normal lens at f4 and the 90 mm tilt shift lens at f4 will be different. So you need to play with the tilt shift mechanism to get more depth of field at a given aperture at a given working distance of f4. The third thing, you can change the perspective. So while shooting interiors or buildings or monuments, you must have observed while shooting with the wide angle lens, we will be standing on the road and the monument or the building will be such tall. So if you shoot it from the downwards to upwards, then the image will be, you will feel that the building will be falling behind. So to correct that, you can correct the perspective with the tilt shift lens. So there are two main things you need to understand. There is no autofocus available while you are using the tilt shift lens, and you have to meter manually all the time when you are using the tilt shift lens. So these are the plus minuses and the usage when you are using a tilt shift lens. The second question of the day is coming from Kamal Siddiqui from Jammu. He is asking what is a field flash and how I can use it with my kit. Well, Kamal, The field flash, as the name suggests, is adding or filling the light with the built-in flash or the external flash mounted on a hot shoe or a studio light. So what you are mixing that artificial light with? You are mixing the artificial light with the available light outdoors. But when you are shooting indoors with the low lighting condition, doing a field flash will be difficult unless and until you use a slower shutter speed. You need to understand there is every chance of images being blurry, as your hand might not be steady for that slow shutter speed. So you need to use a tripod when you are shooting or when you are likely to get effect of the field flash indoors. Now coming to the outdoor field flash, you need to understand one basic principle. So there are two different exposures you are adjusting the camera to. One is the available light exposure and one is the flashlight exposure. So if you are using the ETTL mode or TTL mode of the given camera, you don't have to bother for this calculation. But again, in this case, if the background is brighter or the background is darker, the metering for the flash may go off. So you need to compensate for the background. The best way is to master the manual flash. So to do that, I will suggest to take the exposure reading from your camera for the available light. But remember, the shutter speed should not go above the sync speed of that particular camera. As we are discussing complete manual mode, you put the flash gun into manual mode and you can keep reducing the power. If you have got a flash meter, it will make your life easy. So if the ambient light outdoors, if you are shooting, is giving you the reading of say shutter speed of 1/125th of a second and aperture of f8, try to adjust the power of the flash gun where the subject is standing with the same reading for the flash. So you are balancing the exposure. After balancing the exposure, you can play with the background exposure or the flash exposure to get the balance between the ambient light and the artificial light. The third question of the day is coming from Neha. She is from Siliguri. She is asking, is there any kind of a cable release available for cell phones? Well, Neha, when you buy any cell phone, it comes along with the cable release in the package. You must have confused after listening to my answer, but yes, there is. As every cell phone manufacturer bundles a headphone inside the package, you can use the headphone as a cable release for your cell phone. Most of the headphones will have volume up down button, and the volume up button will act as a shutter release button for that particular cell phone. I have seen this in many of the phones. I request you can check with your own phone with the headphones which are come along as a standard accessory from the company. If you are using the third party headphones, you need to be very careful. It might not support this kind of a functionality with the third party headphones. Thank you viewers for joining. See you next Friday.